Hi everyone, my name is Peter Renton and I'm the founder of Lend Academy. And in this video, we are going to be talking all about Prosper. We're going to go through their investment platform here and show you how it works. We'll go in and look at some loans and make an investment. Let's get started. When you open up Prosper, you come to your account summary screen and you're greeted with your account value and the return numbers that you've had. I opened this account in 2010. It is almost 5 years old. I've had many loans that have come and gone in my account here. But we're just going to look at a couple of numbers. Firstly, the all notes. There's two return numbers here. This is every note in your portfolio. This is seasoned only, which actually means those loans that have more than 10 months of aging. You need to have a loan, at least 10 months old before it will appear in this number here. Before then, it just says N/A. We obviously have our account balance, how much cash we've got. We also have this view details button, which we are going to click on. It's going to delve into your account into more detail. So you get this pretty little pie chart and a graph here. The pie chart breaks down all the loans by loan grade. You can see here I'm roughly 50% in C grade with some D and E and B as well. You can see here on this graph the returns broken down by loan grade. You can see which ones are producing the highest return for you. And this is defaults to seasoned only. If you click on all notes, then it brings in also the newer notes in your portfolio. You scroll down here, you get to see your annualized returns by purchase period. This is always interesting, so you can see how your returns have tracked over time. Now, I opened this account in 2010 with just $1,000. That was a banner investment year for me with almost 15% return. And it's obviously not sustainable long term, but you can see over the years, I've been reasonably steady with my returns sort of varying between 10 and 13%. Now, as you scroll down further, you get to see some of the more detailed information about your account. So I have actually made $50,000 worth of investments into this account. It's quite a mature account, and so that's why my account value is reasonably high. I've had a lot of notes that have been paid in full. Over 1,000 notes have been paid in full. Almost 500 charge-offs, because pretty much every loan has gone through a cycle at least once. When you come down here, you can see I've actually, even though my account balance is $73,000, I actually only invested $50,000 of my own money. You can see that there's been $186,000 worth of purchases of notes in this account from inception. And you can see here that it tells you what your cash balance is, what you got available to invest. And a couple other things I want to point out, this is really useful, is your gain loss to date. This is in bold down here, always interesting to see how much you've actually made, which is really your interest less your charge-offs. And this obviously doesn't take into account taxes. That's the gain loss. And the other interesting piece here is the average note yield at acquisition. So I go for the higher risk loans in general. And so my average loan yield that I invest in is 21.31%. That's average over the last 5 years. And it tells you also what the investments that you've made recently, what's still pending. But let's go down and actually look at some of the loans that are on the platform. We're going to click on Browse Listings, and you are greeted with this featured loan listing screen. I ignore that. I go straight to View All Listings, which provides all the loans that are available to investors as of right now. And you can see we've got 208 loans that are available. Now, you could go through and look at every single one of those loans and decide whether or not to invest. That's going to be very time consuming. I think it's a better idea to actually filter through the loans and get a list that's a little bit more manageable. So what we're going to do here is you can see the search loans box here. We're going to click on advanced. Now, don't worry if this is your first time on Prosper. Clicking on advanced just gives you a few more options. For example, you can choose the loan grade, or what Prosper calls the Prosper rating. As I've said, I prefer the higher risk loans, C, D, E, and HR. And then you can choose some additional criteria. Prosper gives you a lot of flexibility in your loan selection. You can go and choose dozens of criteria here. We're just going to choose a couple. We're going to choose stated income and inquiries in the last 6 months. So the number of times the person has applied for a loan of some kind, or there's been some sort of hit on their credit report as far as whether it's financing or what have you, but they've done some sort of activity on their credit report. Okay, we click done, and then we get back to this screen, which allows us to enter in our information. Now, I actually want people who have not had any inquiries on their credit report in the last 6 months. And then I'm going to click, I want also people that have a decent high income, $75,000 a year or more with 0 inquiries, and with these 4 loan grades. Let's see what that gives us. We had over 200 loans there before, and that takes us down to 3. And so then you can go and decide whether each of these loans are something that you'd be interested in investing. So if we click on this loan, it's a debt consolidation loan, we can get to see a little bit more information about this loan. It's 70% funded right now, $30,000 loan over 5 years. That's the lender yield. You get to see some of the credit information down here. It's a FICO score between 680 and 699. No delinquencies, no public records, which is good. They've got a fairly decent sized revolving credit balance with quite a few credit lines. It's probably why their FICO score might be down, but regardless, this is a loan that I'd be happy to invest in. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to invest $50 in this particular loan. If I click invest now, what this does is bring you up a screen to confirm your investment. I just want to spend a little bit of time on these fields. So the effective yield, they say, is 16.4. This is the estimated loss, 8.74%. So this is not what they estimate the loss is going to be on this particular loan. This is, if you invested in, say, 1,000 similar loans just like this one, they would estimate of those 1,000 loans, you're going to get an 8.74% loss. And the estimated return here is 7.66. Again, that's not for this loan. That's for a basket of similar kinds of loans. We're going to click confirm, boom, and now we have gone and invested in that loan. But if we go back to our search results now, we've got this search that we've set up. We can go and save this search now. We can just go, C to HR, high income, shall we call it. There we go, and you save that. Boom, you can come back in now and just open that search whenever you want. So if you go back to all the listings, you can just bring on this C to HR high income. These are all the saved searches that I've got, but this is the particular one that we just saved, C to HR high income, and boom, you can see the listings there. It's just a nice, easy way to manage the loans on the platform. Now, there is the link up here to automate your investments. Now, we're not going to be covering that in this video, but Prosper provides a pretty easy way where you can set up an automated investment and they will basically invest your money for you. That's pretty much the Prosper introduction. One other thing I want to mention, that loans are added to the platform at Prosper at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday Pacific time, and at noon on the weekends. When they're added, you'll see a flurry of activity. If you want to get the best selection, then you can log in after those loans are added. But these days, Prosper does keep a decent selection of loans on their platform, and you're welcome to log on anytime and make an investment. Now, I hope you found that useful, and thank you very much.